The National Consumer Commission has recently alerted the public to a series of vehicle recalls in South Africa that may pose serious safety risks for drivers. All affected motorists are urged not to delay and to book their vehicles in at the nearest authorised dealership. And for more on this conversation, we are now joined by Hardin Ratshisusu, the Acting Commissioner at the National Consumer Commission. He joins us via our video link. Hardin, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. Now, we understand that at least 6 brands of vehicles in South Africa have been recalled. Perhaps if you can just take us through these vehicles which have been recalled and why have they been recalled?
Good evening, Mbali and the SABC viewers. Indeed, as National Consumer Commission, we have issued a statement notifying the public about the product recalls that were notified to us by various original equipment manufacturers or the motor vehicle manufacturers. And the brands affected would be the Jeep Wrangler, the Chrysler, Citroen. So those are within the Stellantis group. Certain, an S-Class for the Mercedes-Benz, a VW Polo, the Audi e-tron, as well as the Volvo XC90. What's happening with this, so I will not, go through, each one of them, but I can tell you broadly what the issues are that are of concern with some of these cars. So with the Jeep and the Citroen, so we have been notified that the airbag, so both the passenger and the driver side airbag might just rupture, which could cause serious harm to a driver. So this is a very serious concern, and those cars have to be returned, as we have outlined, for the manufacturers to look at that. With the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, it's about some braking issues. With the Polo, there's an issue with the rear latch of the seatbelt, so that doesn't fit properly, which again poses a serious hazard to users of these motor vehicles. We have had issues around batteries, the cars that use batteries, so the Audi e-tron. So those cars have high voltage. The same with the Audi Volvo XC90. So these are the issues that have been notified with us, and we urge consumers to report their vehicles to the affected manufacturers through their dealership network in the country.
And Hardin, I'm sure consumers are asking themselves, how was this missed? Because we all understand that, vehicles have to be tested. They have to go through, rigorous processes of ensuring that these cars are safe for the use of consumers.
Indeed, I think there is a lot for the manufacturers to explain, because they have notified us of the recall. We will be engaging them to find out, particularly there are some vehicles, like I think with the Jeep and the Citroen, where these are quite old models. So we are quite keen and interested to know, when did they establish that there is a problem with these motor vehicles. For some, like the Polo, it's this year's model, so you can see that it's something that was picked up quite quickly, and these are issues that we will be engaging with the dealerships on, because our role as the National Consumer Commission is to ensure that consumers are sold safe products in the country. And with the product recalls, we are fully empowered in terms of Section 60. So companies have to comply with the Consumer Protection Act, as I said, Section 60, to ensure that we have safe products in the country.
And how dangerous would it then be for some of these consumers to not listen to some of the advice which has been given and not approach some of their dealerships? What risk does then this pose, to road users and just the public in general?
The concerned suppliers have been quite open with us that these, defects can cause serious harm to the users of these vehicles. They could, in some cases, even lead to death. So it's a very serious issue. That, for instance, if an airbag just comes out, they say, the speed, the power that it comes out, it can cause serious injury to a driver or the passenger. With respect to, let's say, latches, in the seat belts that are not, connecting properly, at high speeds, if someone brakes at high speeds, passengers, protecting themselves with those seat belts, anything can happen there. So we do urge consumers in South Africa to act with speed. And as I'm speaking to you, we have even received, another notice on another, vehicle. We will be releasing this information during the course of next week. And we do so to ensure that our consumers are informed, and also suppliers themselves. We do urge them to run campaigns to inform consumers, because once a consumer, is caught in these kinds of vehicles with these kinds of defects,
All right.
There is a serious risk.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. That's Hardin Ratshisusu, the acting commissioner at the National Consumer Commission there, warning South Africans to return some of the vehicles that he has mentioned, saying that it is quite dangerous to continue to drive around in these vehicles until they are checked.